YouTube, we back, man, with some more scary and creepy TikToks that gonna make us question reality. But we got a 30-minute video coming to you guys today, man. Like I said, at the end of the video, it's up to you to decide: is it fake or is it reality? Let's dive on in. Okay.
This was a famous Spanish model who was invited to an Illuminati party.
What?
She ran out from everything she had seen. Listen.
Okay. An Illuminati party? What the hell? Death for that class humans? They humans can? What the hell? A sacrifice? And people probably just gonna write off history's crazy. Damn shame.
I told you that the year might actually be 1724.
What?
In the 1990s, several German historians proposed a radical idea.
Okay.
That the Middle Ages, in fact, didn't exist, and we are actually living in the 18th century.
What?
In 1582, the Pope introduced the Gregorian calendar.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that, yeah.
Julian calendar.
We learned off that from freaking another scary creepy TikTok,
which
bro.
an extra day was added.
Expand our knowledge.
The solar year is technically a little over 365 days.
Okay.
The Julian calendar gains a day every 128 years. To account
So
for this,
really
when the Gregorian calendar was
back in the
introduced,
past?
it should have shifted the date by 13 days.
Okay.
But then we have two possibilities. If Pope had done the math wrong, 300 years in between then
Didn't
and now
exist,
don't
yeah.
actually exist, and large chunks of history have been fabricated. But the Phantom Time
Really?
points out that it's way more than just a Pope making a simple mistake.
Okay.
It points out the lack of records of big events.
Everyone knows about Epstein Island.
Yup,
But
we
have you
heard about that.
Rothschild's Island?
Rothschild's
I don't even know
Island?
who that is. The Rothschilds are like the most mainstream name when it comes to the Illuminati. Everybody knows about it.
What?
But yeah, they bought an island off the coast of Antarctica. Why would you want an island in Antarctica?
Yeah,
Why
what
would
the
anyone
hell?
go to Antarctica? I think there could be like secret tunnels they have built in under there.
Really?
Your go-to is always secret tunnels. There's no other
Could
reason
be.
to have an island. Penguins?
You got main connections to the Illuminati? What the hell?
Well, here's some further proof. If you haven't watched my hidden symbolism and true video, go watch now.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the badges.
They said Justin Bieber's trying to expose him with the symbols he got, bro. He do be wearing that. You see, be seeing that smile.
First up,
brand.
we have the panda, which we all know what that refers to.
Oh,
We have
crap.
already covered this one in another video, but with the druid, this font upside down, it really resembles hell. This obviously speaks for itself. This design was on a top. As you can see, the Drew on the pepperoni pizza symbolizing he was the...
What do you think are the most serious issues faced by conservationists and World Wildlife Fund over the next 20 years or so?
Okay.
95% of the whole of the Atlantic rainforest in Brazil has disappeared in the last 100 years. There is simply nowhere for these animals to live. At the basis of it all is this colossal increase in the human population. It's one of the living species of the planet, but it's reaching...
Did a TV channel just accidentally play out Prince Philip's obituary before he had died? Well, according to social media reports, yes. So an eagle-eyed Twitter user managed to capture the moment on camera that the BBC allegedly switches over from a live broadcast of an MP to random 1930s clips of the Duke of Edinburgh. In the live broadcast, the MP is cut off live to switch over to black and white clips of Prince Philip.
Okay.
The black and white video plays out twice before becoming glitchy, and then the screen turns to black.
Really?
At the end of the video, the BBC puts out an apology.
We apologize for this breaking in program. What the hell? So he definitely was running that.
Other social media users also claimed they saw the same thing. With this man tweeting out, "Did someone press the emergency Prince Philip obituary button during the Salmond inquiry?"
So they had this planned out.
With comments agreeing. Well, there's no evidence to suggest that the clip came from an obituary piece. What I can tell you from someone who works in media is that these things are prepared in advance.
Oh, okay.
They make a hole in, and they tie string around, and then they put all around the body, but they're naked. And they got this tattoo on the private with like little piercings.
What?
Okay. Not like earrings, but like little gold piercings around their private.
This is disgusting.
And they all dance around with skulls on in the church there.
Okay.
So they have skulls like
what
the
the hell?
teachers and staff. They got 20 skulls each.
And how do you know?
She breaking this down, bro.
Yes, because I counted once. They were like, there's one here, and then there's one here, and there's one on that.
She got all the
They
information,
look
bro.
like
And she
skulls
survived it.
everywhere, on the knees,
This is
on the
crazy,
elbows.
bro.
It looks like armor.
Okay, so if I was to try and find these skulls, where would I find them?
Yes, in the church.
Where
in
in
the
the
church.
church?
So there's this secret rooms. They got secret rooms.
Secret rooms in the
And
damn
how do I find the
church?
secret-
So when you go in the secret rooms, because they
Okay.
hide it in loads of places.
Would
They
you
hide
guys
They just
find
hide it in
them?
plain sight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
but they just hide them anywhere. They just hide it like
Mhm.
in one place, then they move to other place, then they move to other place.
Oh, so they got
It's
freaking
just,
Okay, so
many
I go
secret
into the
hiding
church
places in
now.
that damn
yes,
church.
and they hide. Usually they hide it in their houses.
In the houses
So they
too.
have parties in their houses.
What the?
Because Mr.
How do
Hollins,
they-
my teacher,
Yes.
Her
he
teacher's
lives
part of
in
it?
Highgate.
Right.
Yes. You
Her-
can see his house because his Porsche. He got Porsche and it's just at the front of his house.
And she's breaking this down,
So,
bro.
how do you know he keeps them in his house?
Because I know because of
Do not search for the terms
She knows,
discussed in
bro.
this video on Yandex
She's
or
breaking that
elsewhere,
down piece
as
by
you could be
piece.
committing a
That
crime.
can't be
The
fake, bro.
findings have been reported to authorities, and the research supervised by legal counsel. No illegal imagery is shown. Do not contact or harass anyone mentioned.
Okay. Documentary.
After thinking for a while on how to best disseminate the information I've received,
Okay.
I've settled on dropping this particular discovery in its own shorter video.
The problem now is that
Tom
people now know that I am interested in lost glove photos.
And the rest of the leads and new testimonies will be in part 3.
And then they
Okay.
made each little boy in turn come up.
I'm doing this
You see, he
because
was a
I
part of
consider
it?
this finding a bit more time sensitive. And
Okay.
I've already received veiled threats and attempts to hack my social media.
Damn. They wouldn't be trying to crack
I
into
know
his
I
phone.
received some trolls when giving out an email and asking for information, which
Alright.
on one hand has proven remarkably useful.
Okay.
But I wasn't prepared for how sophisticated some of these phishing attempts would be.
Damn.
While some are, of course, benign spam attempts
They're just
that
trying
we
to
all
like
get,
hack into
others
his phone.
seem designed solely to intimidate, like trying to reset my Twitter password, or calling my phone, but not saying anything.
Okay.
Among the threats I've received was this one. Quote, "You have no idea what you are getting into here, or what kind of danger you are in. Think
They're
any
trying to
of the
threaten him,
state
bro.
means a rival. Stay far away from," and then it shows my location.
What the?
Let's assume for a second
They had the
that this
location of
person's
him?
not a troll, and they really do know something
That's
I don't.
different, bro.
Well then, what is it exactly that I'm getting into here?
Yeah.
What is it that I'm in danger of?
That scares them so
Looking
much.
into it, it appeared that this girl was one of many.
A former Scotland Yard detective, John
Okay.
Wedger, was part of a small team investigating allegations in London.
We had dozens of young kids aging from 9 to 14 years old.
But when Officer Wedger,
Crazy,
quote,
bro.
dug too deep, he was given a similar warning.
I was brought before someone who is now a very, very high-ranked officer in the UK indeed.
Okay.
And he said, "You will be thrown to the wolves. You have no idea who and what you are dealing with." He said, "I'm warning you now, you must back away."
So he got the same one.
Although it can be disconcerting, and at times I do wonder if what I'm doing here is even worth it.
Okay.
As of now, I have no intention of stopping.
We'll keep going. Alright.
Now, the new information you're about to see
Okay.
ostensibly involves Tom Hanks.
First of all, it looks like an ad for Chevy.
Alright. So Tom Hanks in this too? What the
Whether or
heck?
not Hanks is aware of any of this remains to be seen.
So he might not be
Nonetheless,
aware.
some of the images he's posted to his social media are not only relevant to the findings,
Okay.
it's how they were discovered.
Oh, what the hell?
The person who provided this tip wishes to remain anonymous under the alias Veritas Fatior.
Okay. So they won't be involved in this.
But why Tom Hanks? An actor I've loved since I was a kid. A man whose films are consistently inspirational, influential, and iconic. This is true. But it's also true that recently, a new range of theories have begun to emerge, showing a different side to the Hollywood actor. Many of the claims are unfounded and nonsensical. I'm not saying they're all bullshit, but as I did with part 1, no theories will be given, just information and context. So one reason some have recently changed their perspective of Hanks surrounds the testimony of a former Hollywood actor, Isaac Cappy.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about Tom Hanks either, who is also a pedophile. Tom Hanks, folks, is a pedophile. I'm sorry if this is the kind of bursting your bubble, all this information is new.
Isaac claimed that within Hollywood, a high society is involved in child trafficking.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. Whoa. Tom fucking Hanks, guys. Pedophile. Called out, no response.
Information he claimed was privy to because of his time spent among Hollywood's gentility.
I'm in their source code. These people are being taken up north to San Francisco. Some sort of R&D project.
So he's been on some big projects.
Make no mistake, this is a cult.
So he knows how Hollywood works.
A widespread cult that is worldwide. And by the way, it's in the fucking pudding. If I'm lying, sue me. Sue me. Great. Let's go to court. Let's have discovery.
As Cappy's following grew, he took measures to ensure his safety. One of which he alleged included a quote, dead man's switch.
What does that do? It means they can't kill me, which is good because I like to stay alive. A dead man's switch is basically it's like if you die, then like stuff happens. Okay, like information goes out. They can try to kill me.
So he's really prepared.
Good luck with that.
Many expected Cappy to continue expanding upon his testimony. Instead, he uploaded one of his final videos.
My anger at these people, my anger consumed me. Did I lie about Seth Green? No, Seth Green's a pedophile. Am I exposing everybody? Well, I should be, because bad things are coming my way.
3 days later, Cappy was found dead in what local authorities assert was a suicide.
What? No way.
Called him.
It's worth noting that Cappy was asked here if he currently felt suicidal.
I'm not suicidal.
Purportedly, Cappy jumped from that bridge and was hit by a truck. Soon after, a controversial video began making its rounds on the internet.
Dead man switch. What the He really had proof. What the hell? This is crazy, bro. This is insane, man.
You promised you wouldn't hurt my mom and dad if I came back, right?
Man.
Right.
What the
I won't hurt you either.
A woman named Sarah Ruth Ashcraft accused Tom Hanks of purchasing her from her father. She claims to have most of her childhood.
I depersonalize a lot of this because it's really
13?
ugly, tough stuff.
This is insane, bro.
I'm glad something's being done about it now. Because nobody should have to look back on their childhood memories and realize that the things that they thought were just meaningless and innocent were anything but that. Nobody should have to discover these things about their own life.
Such a freaking young age, bro. What the hell? People are crazy, bro.
I noticed you have this obsession on Instagram with lost gloves.
Well, it's lost objects, but it started with lost gloves.
And first of all, there's a story behind them all. What happened? What happened to its mate? How did this glove get lost? Is someone going to keep the other glove at home on the off chance that they're going to pair it up? So he likes finding lost objects. It's a little bit of, Romeo and Juliet kind of quality to it.
You're seeing there's a little bit of a hint of sadness to these. It's like it's telling you a tale, but you don't know what the tale is.
They're all bittersweet.
Yeah, I've been shoes and stuff like that too.
I want to put this up. This is one you took, and now what's going on here? Why is this so evocative to you?
Well, first of all, I don't touch them. I just see them and I photograph them. So I have
you know what you're doing.
You like hide it in plain sight.
Well, it could be a crime.
Gloves and crap, bro.
Let's not give the cops a break.
And he laughing. This could be true. This could be
Notice
true, bro.
That in this image, we see another glove.
Okay.
Notice that in this image, we see another glove.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, we also see letters.
Yeah.
Look closely and spell them out for yourself.
S-R-C.
What does the top row spell? S-R-C.
Yeah, S-R-C.
And what does the bottom row spell?
USA.
U-S-A.
Okay. So we put those
Here's
together.
what happens when you run a search for SRC USA on DuckDuckGo.
What's that?
It shows nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
The same goes for the Images tab.
Mm-hmm. So
and the same also goes for Google.
Okay. So nothing's showing up.
In the trailer update video I uploaded prior, I provided tips for independent researchers to use. Among those was to utilize multiple search engines, including the Russian search engine Yandex. It's important to understand that just like Google or Bing, Yandex does not show child pornography and is not to be confused with a dark web search engine, many of which lead to an array of CP, no matter what you type in. In part 3, we'll attempt to expose an apparent distributor who operates within these networks. Back to Yandex. To further emphasize how similar Yandex is to Google, here are some control searches. When typing kids, the images are as they should be.
Alright. Kid cam. Everything's coming up clean so far.
The same goes for any other mixture of SRC. So if we search RCS, RCS USA, and some others,
nothing
all of
comes
them
up.
are fine. But what happens if we type in SRC USA?
SRC USA. These are kids, what the hell? Whoa. This looks like a kid, little girls, what the hell? This is creepy, bro. Very creepy. Little kids. This is insane, bro. Put it up there too? That ain't good. This is like little girls, what the hell? It's crazy, bro. This is really my eye-opener, man.
In part 1, I showed how the term BH Kids was almost certainly a pedophile code, as it revealed indecent images of children on Google, some of which cryptically. But there are some who claimed I was making a mistake, pointing to the German use of BH, which means bra, This definitely helps to explain why, quote, bra was found next to many of the images, but it does not explain the BH Kids logo on the Vietnamese YouTube channel, where I found the term in the first place. Furthermore, one of the most suggested images BH Kids pulled up was of this young girl, who I've chosen to pixelate, given that the image has already been printed onto a foreign newspaper. Now, if Google's suggestion of this image only had to do with the German word for bra typed next to kids, and not potentially indicative of a larger operation, then how do you explain this?
Yeah, it's like just a whole bunch of kids. What the hell?
All day yesterday doing a shoot with the Pizza Slide vlog. Was that fun for you?
BH. The kids on the block. What the hell? Oh, what the hell? Members? What the fuck? Live kid cam, what the hell? This is creepy, bro. This is insane. We catching all of them at 4K, bro. Why is that an alligator in there, a kid? What the hell? Breaking it down for us, man. Okay. Really breaking this one down for us, man. Okay, keep going, bro. Showing the virus and make sure no virus is on this computer. Okay. I think from my opinions about what the hell. Insane, bro. This is crazy, bro. Damn, man. Yes, like check all the sites, make sure they're clean too. Like what the hell? You want to break into his computer? What the hell? Talking about kids? What the hell? Yeah, I want virus that popped up, bro. What the hell? Possible. Temp disable. And the virus pop right back up, bro. Crazy, man. What are breaking this crap down for us, bro? Can't believe they had like secret codes and crap and just like plain sight. They don't even fucking know, bro. Yo, I'm gonna take that right now. Okay. Trying to take me on the site, bro. Crazy, bro. What the hell is this? Got symbols too. It's the damn triangle. What the hell? Side by side, they look freaking similar, bro. Triangle, what the hell? Poke damage, bro? That's insane. Some of that too, what the hell? This is crazy, bro. What the?
The term SR SRC, which is typically short for source or search, appears to act, in this case, as a kind of algorithmic glue for online predators on Yandex. These images are then collected and shared on Yandex profiles.
It is. What the fuck? This is insane, bro. You need to put this. Okay. Put all of them, bro. Crazy, bro. What the fuck?
The Vatican is likely the most corrupt institution in our world.
Okay.
The Vatican is no stranger to murder, child trafficking, drug trafficking, sex exploitation, and cover-ups. Arguably one of the most famous basilicas in the world, underneath it lies a mass graveyard.
What?
So located about 5 stories beneath the basilica is actually another temple dating back to the Roman Empire. That's over 2,000 years of dead bodies.
Damn.
If you're wondering if those bodies are of Christians or Catholics, they're not. It was actually used for...
What the hell is the Pope there with a damn demon or something?
And here are some of the mosaic tiles that they found beneath the Vatican in the temple that it's built on top of. So here's a quote from one of the popes. I believe that the church not only should apologize to the person who is gay, whom it has offended, but it has to apologize to the poor, to the exploited women, to children exploited
it's asking for forgiveness, bro.
It has to ask forgiveness for having blessed many weapons. That's a little ironic considering what the Vatican has done to make sure that it's always protected and people never expose them. This is Pope John Paul I, and he died 33 days after his election.
What?
Now, the conspiracy around his death is that he found out the Vatican was laundering mass amounts of money, and he was going to rectify the situation of getting rid of everybody in the Vatican that was corrupt. His plans were announced straight after he became the Pope.
So he was trying to clean it, bro.
33 days later. In 2015,
that's crazy, bro.
It was uncovered that 2 cases of child were found within the Vatican walls. And get this, not everybody involved was named. Only a couple names took the blow for everybody else in the Vatican.
That's crazy, bro.
And then the year before that, the government actually intercepted 3 deliveries directed to the Vatican, all containing drugs. Cocaine was found in condoms inside of these 3 deliveries that were intercepted. They were handed over to the Vatican in hopes that somebody within the walls would disclose who this was going to, but nobody came forward.
What?
This is St. Peter's obelisk, and not a lot of people know where it comes from. One of Rome's cruelest emperors, Caligula, actually stole this from one of Egypt's cities, Heliopolis. Stole it from Egypt and he transported it to Rome. And you know what he did with it? It was used to murder and execute Christians. They would round up every single Christian that they could find, chain them, bound them, bring them to the obelisk, and brutally murder them. Vatican.
That's crazy, bro. She got like a whole series on this type of
Books
stuff.
Is called The Grand Grimoire or The Red. And this book is about black magic. It has spells and rituals, but many believe this is the book that they use to summon the devil when they are selling their souls.
What the?
Kind of like
That's crazy,
the book
bro.
of the Illuminati. The conspiracies of the Vatican can go on and on and on. It's truly a never-ending cycle.
Sounds like a corrupt place, bro.
One thing we do know, the people in the Vatican are evil and corrupt. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
YouTube, man, you learned a lot on this freaking TikTok today, bro. Like I said, man, if you guys like the longer videos, man, the only way I can know is if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Like I said, we're trying to grow out the channel, man, so I really appreciate the support. Guys, I'm catching the next one, man. I'm gonna keep it coming, bro. We're gonna hit this algorithm, man. Just wait and see. I'm out. Peace, YouTube.